Hi there, it's Angela from North Carolina, and I'm making a really good homemade dish from the 1920s. It was born during the Great Depression in 1929 in America, and the government was worried because Americans were so dependent on red beef. They decided, let's make some red beef that is more economical with a binder. So the suggestion was that you add white rice to your ground beef to make meatballs. So these are called porcupine meatballs, and like I said, they are a product of the Great Depression. I went ahead and I mixed up 1 cup of uncooked rice. I used half of a cup of water, a little bit of celery salt, and some black pepper, and then I rolled them into, as you'll see, I've got 12 meatballs, or actually I've got 16. Some people only do 8 great big ones. My family, when we were growing up, there were 4 children, so we had more meatballs. So this is like a one-pot dish. So I've already got my meatballs ready to put the sauce on. So the sauce is so simple. You don't have to heat it up, but my mother did. And so I heated up too when I made it for my children. My son's coming to visit, so I'm making it for him. So I'm going to heat up 1 can of tomato soup. My oven is preheated to 350. And let's see here. I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I'm adding that to my 1 can of tomato soup. And then here's the best part. It's the Worcestershire sauce. And I think it's just, if I remember correctly when I made it for the kids, it's a teaspoon. Well, we're going to take the top off real quick and pour. Okay. So the oven's preheated to 350. As soon as the sauce is bubbling, I'm going to pour it over, put a lid on it, and these are going to cook for 40 minutes. I'm pouring my hot tomato soup over the meatballs. And like I said, I added a tablespoon of brown sugar, a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and I believe I mentioned that my children and my family likes these with little red potatoes that we mash up. Some people go ahead and cook additional rice, and they put the meatballs over the rice. And then there are people that like them over noodles. So you just don't eat them by themselves usually. You go ahead and use a starch with it. And we always used to like steamed cabbage or broccoli with ours. Or something like a green bean casserole. I try to do something green with it. And it doesn't matter if each one of the meatballs is not completely covered in the soup. They're going to kind of steam. So I'm putting them in at 350 for 35 minutes. And then at 35 minutes I'm going to check them because it said they should cook between 35 and 40 minutes before you take off the glass lid. At the 35-minute mark, I took out my meatballs, and they're almost done. I'm going to put them back in for 15 minutes, and at the end of that time, they're going to be ready. Now, since I've got company coming, and they're not coming until Tuesday, I'm going to cook mine probably only about 5 more minutes, if even that, because I'm going to cook mine for the company. But you get the general idea, and these are so good, they'll be your children's new favorite thing. Kids love thinking that they're eating porcupines. And like I said, I thought I was a vegetarian, and I wouldn't eat spaghetti because I knew it came from a cow, but I was convinced porcupine meatballs were really from a porcupine. Well, thanks for watching. And give the porcupine meatballs a try. Your family will love them. Bye-bye.